we see a character on a show that's Kate Blanchett did it. She just did it in Tar. She spoke German and then she slid into English, and German sometimes, and then English.
Yeah.
So anything is possible. In class, you can do whatever the fuck you want to get free.
Yeah.
But why are you also, you guys, you did this, student, again, and maybe all these things you're talking about, but one last point. Why do you guys brace for feeling? You can't brace. You did that in your work. You would tell the lines and you'd be. Now, we may have to do that in life sometimes. Sometimes my boyfriend's like, why are you breathing so hard? I was like, I don't know. I have to breathe. But I would never do that in the middle of like a scene, probably. I mean, I don't, maybe you have to and we can cut it out. But why are you brace? You know, brace. It's like, oh, you're on an airplane. They're like, brace. Like, yeah.
Why?
Or you're in a car and you're like, oh, I got to brace for, But then there's bracing happening.
Uncomfortability.
Yes, but of what?
Understand the feelings.
Well, you don't have to understand your feelings. You just have to feel them.
Right.
Has anybody here understood their feelings in the last 3 weeks? No? I'm a teacher of feelings. I've been teaching it for 30 years. I still don't understand them.
Right.
And I try to avoid them at all costs.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And then every time I avoid them, I'm in pain because I've avoided my feelings. Right. Interesting. Ooh, yeah, I got a few.
But
yeah,
it comes from childhood too. Like
okay.
how I'm raised.
Yes.
So I'm dealing with that in therapy.
Well, okay, it can be a very Nordic thing. It can be a European thing, right? Aw, okay, yeah. It's okay. Our parents just were doing the best that they could with what they had, Maria. Everybody's just doing the best that they can.
And you're starting to break it.
Yeah. And you start to have compassion for our parents, like what they went through or how they dealt with feelings or how they survived or...
Right.
And they were victims of culture and society and...
Right. And war.
And war. My parents are war babies. My God, they drive me nuts. but then I'm like, oh my God, they've been through so much.
Yeah.
But when I'm in it with them, I'm like, oh my God. My parents were just here for a month visiting with me, and oh my Jesus. But I love them, but like they're war babies. Yeah, so okay.
But yeah, I mean, but I'm still like, you know, I see what you're saying, but I feel like since I started here, it's definitely helped, and I'm like growing.
Oh, you've grown a lot since I've seen you last. You're doing great. It's just a short gap. We got to just shorten that gap. If there's this much gap between you, the freedom and beauty and storytelling in your native language in the English, we got to cut that part out.
Yeah.
But you can use that bridge till you get there. You know what I mean? But Maria, no more bracing.
No!
It's also this anticipation that you should be feeling something. Oh, I'm doing a scene about a child's death, so it must be that. No, it doesn't. You guys, ultimately, a lot of times when I'm working with people who I've worked with for a long time or at a really accelerated level, I don't even have to talk about I don't even really care about the feeling.
Yeah.
Notice how I was trying to get you both out of feeling just by doing the cereal exercise, which neither of you knew cereal. So I was like, okay, well, let's do. We'll talk about that later. But like you know, just saying numbers. You're not emotively saying 5. Right. You just say it, and then let's start the scene from there and see if feeling finds its way. Actors, this is a very important point for every actor. We get really caught up in acting equals feeling. It does not. If you watch most shows, there's a section of storytelling where they're just walking and talking, listening and speaking. That's all it is. Then there might be one climactic scene at the end where da, and then dum dum dum. You have to tune in next week. That's the serial, no pun intended. But that's the serial, the soap opera nature of storytelling. A film is the same way. Kate Blanchett was not always raging in that movie in a mode. I mean, it was a lot. She was really, I mean, that was an intense movie. But my point is then she has a scene where she's just sitting and talking. And then there's a scene where she's like talking emotionally. And then there's another scene where she's talking and listening. It doesn't mean you're having to excavate big feeling, saying, can I have a macchiato? Hot. See, only actors do that. Just tell me story if you're worried about, like, If you and I, maybe tonight we'll all go have a drink after class, you're not going to be like, that was so much fun. You just be like, my God, that was so much fun. Yeah.